bung bung.
Oh my god, it's so big and strong.
Bung Bung Coffee. Big, strong flavour. Competition? I don't think so. bungbungcoffee.com. Get yours.
What's your dog eating? Store-bought, canned dog food? I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Why would you carry on eating canned tuna just forever? Just perpetually eating smoked oysters out of a can. I don't know why I'm going with seafood, but that's kind of what you're feeding your cats, your dogs. That's why you got to go to Leica Pet Food at leica.com.au. They cook it in minimal preservatives. They're having cooked meals. Talking about lamb, kangaroo, chicken, turkey, beef. Dude, these are real meals for these dogs, and it's keeping them happy. It's keeping them healthy. It's keeping them shiny. What more do you want for your dogs? Dude, give it a try. At least give it a try. You can give it a try for 1 week and get 50% off. 50% off your first week if you use my code GG-135. That's GIGI-135. Get 50% off your first week with Leica. Leica.com.au. That's LYKA.com.au. Unbelievable. You got to do it. Not only for you, but for your pets. Of course, you got to use Opus Clip. If you're doing long form like me, looking for clips, if it's comedy, if it's podcasting, if you're spending a lot of time doing clips, editing it up and trying to get it below a minute, all of that, Opus Clip is for you. It does everything for you, finds the most interesting, most viral worthy clips from your comedy, from your podcast, and dishes them out on a platter for you. It's all completely editable as well. Whatever it gives you, you can mix it up. But it tells you what it thinks is going to go viral, and then you get to take it from there. There's nothing easier. There's nothing that saves you more time. If you want to use it, go to the link in the episode description and you will get 30% off. You'll get 30% off your first month on Opus Clip Pro by using the link in the episode description. It's so easy, man. You got to give it a try. Let's start the show.
Welcome to the party. Best show on the internet. Ask anybody. You know it's easy money. Sit back, relax, get your headphones, everybody. Welcome to the party. Blackout in the booth. Every episode's a party. We go hard like Ricky Bobby. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party, bung bung. It's your man Claytron, aka the Big Boss Man, aka the Clumsy Jeweler, because I'm always dropping gems, aka the Milkman, because I always deliver, aka the PhD of podcasting, the Magnum PI of podcasting, the Captain, the Luigi Mangione of podcasting, dude, because I'm starting this episode off with a bang. Or a pew pew. Looked like he was struggling with his little 9mm there, but Luigi Mangione, man, he's gone and he's killed the CEO of United Healthcare. And, you know, I think I'm off the deep end, man. I'm going full conspiracy theorist. I don't believe in it. I don't think anything is the way it seems anymore. I completely believe in the Illuminati. I still believe the Earth's round, but give me some time. And I'll come around on that. What else is there that I could potentially get involved with? 9/11 maybe in the future. I could start thinking about that and claiming that, you know, that was a setup. I could really get involved. I could get involved, man, because I don't know. You look at this guy's history and he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy, and then I don't know if he wanted to get caught or if he crumbled under the pressure. I don't know. I just don't think that someone at this level is working independently. I think he might have got a bag for this. Someone might have paid him to do this or paid his family, and he sacrificed himself for the family. You know, he is Italian. Is Dominic Toretto Italian? Toretto sounds Italian to me.
Family. This is family. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Family. You're not friends to me. You're not workmates. You're not acquaintances. You're family.
when I'm sitting in the front of my 2,000 horsepower Camaro and I press that NOS button and I'm flying at 316 miles per hour, going the wrong way down a one-way street, dodging traffic, not a scratch on the car and not a dead body in sight. When I'm doing that, all I can think of is my family. I think he's Italian, man, and he would do anything for his family. And maybe Luigi Mangione got himself a little bag for taking out this dude, CEO of United Healthcare. Saw a good joke by Mike Vecchione. I mean, look, I'm just there's a lot of Italian stuff going on. There's a lot of Italian going on here, boss. There's a lot of Italian stuff going on in this episode, but Mike Vecchione, great comedian. I reposted a clip on the Claiming Math Comedy Instagram of he made a little joke here about health insurance. And he said, are we sure he got shot? Are we sure that he got shot? Or was it a pre-existing condition? And that is just sensational. So this guy Luigi, man, he's like 26 years old, and he's like an Ivy League grad. He's been doing internships. He's got this sick resume. He's building himself up through corporate America. So successful, and he just gets to this point where he kills the CEO of a healthcare company, of a health insurance company. Okay, fine. Maybe you become disenchanted with the way things work. Pre-existing condition. That's you pay $90 a week or whatever to be insured when something goes wrong. Oh, we're actually going to call that a pre-existing condition. So no, we're not going to help you with that. So that's going to be a $60,000 surgery out of your pocket. Oh, you can't afford it? Tough titties. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. That's why a lot of people don't do health insurance. Some people have told me this, where you take a portion of your pay and instead of putting it in health insurance, you just put it in another bank account as if it's health insurance. That way, at least it accrues what's it called? It accrues interest. Now, for me, I would see that money grow and I'm staying healthy. I'm like, oh shit. Now look. Now I can put a house deposit on. Bang, you buy a house and you get cancer and you got to sell it straight away. So that's why I don't do it. That's why I've got health insurance. But I understand the risks involved. Insurance is a scam. Insurance has always been a scam. You don't get no rewards for not getting sick or not getting injured. They're just like, that's dope. That's free money now. That's free money. You're betting on yourself to get injured. That is what you are gambling. When you do health insurance or any type of insurance, you are betting that something's going to go wrong and it's going to be worth the money that you are giving away week after week for free. Do I go to the physio every week? No. Do I go to a friggin' dietitian every week? No. Optometrist? No. Doctor? No. Surgeon? No. I barely go to any health appointments. Dentist? What's that? Yeah, my teeth look immaculate. They feel immaculate. That's why I don't go to the dentist. Oh, you need to come in for a $250 checkup. A checkup? Oh, we'll give you a clean. Oh yeah? I already cleaned my teeth. Yeah, that's right. I floss. I brush. I mouthwash. I tongue scrape. The fuck else you gonna do? You're going to get that metal thing that makes the worst noise in my ears and scrape my gums until they bleed? Nah, bitch. I'm not paying $250 for a clean and someone to say, dude, looks good. Once again, your teeth look perfect. Once again, you don't need any work done. Give me $300. What? Why aren't people coming to my house for me to just tell them shit's all good? It's a racket, dude. Yeah, you got to study and do all this shit, but like, fuck. If someone's taking care of themselves, they should benefit, man. It should be the dirty cunts with brown teeth and cavities and bad breath. It should be them. that are paying more. Not me, not Mr. Clean Mouth, not Mr. fucking white tooth pink gum. You know, I'm fucking out here just brushing, flossing. I don't even like flossing, but I do it. I'll floss before I vacuum the fucking house, dude. I want my mouth to be healthy. Got motherfuckers out here vacuuming with poop mouth. Dude, put the vacuum down. Let the floor get dusty for a second and brush your fucking teeth. But this dude stands outside of this hotel. I'm back to Luigi Mangione, by the way. Luigi's standing out the front of this hotel waiting for Duke to come out. Sees him, pops him once, gun jams. He like manually does whatever he's got to do to unjam it. Bang, shoots again. I think he shot him 3 times. The shell casings had words on it. It was like, which is so zesty, dude. That is the most effeminate killing ever. When you write, you're writing, you know, gangsters say like, you know, I got a bullet with your name on it and shit. But this was the words on these shell casings. I can't remember what they were. Like fucking equality, justice. I don't know. Just super zesty shit. He pops this dude and he walks off like he's Jason fucking Bourne. He gets out of New York. He goes through Central Park. They can't find him. They followed him through camera surveillance. Followed him through cameras, but not like on foot. Followed him through camera surveillance to Central Park and lost him. Then this motherfucker goes to Pennsylvania. Not that far, it's a few hours away. Gets to Pennsylvania, goes to a Starbucks and starts flirting with the motherfucking Starbucks girl. You know, let me get a cream coated macchiato caramel bullshit with sprinkles on top. You know, he goes in there, starts flirting, bang! Now he's caught. He smiled. He took his fucking face mask off and smiled. Bang, now we got a picture of his face. Motherfucker goes to McDonald's. I don't even know why he was at McDonald's. Me, I'll go to McDonald's. This motherfucker's shredded. I don't know if this was like a troll saying like, hey, fatties, look at me. I'm shredded. I'm eating a fucking double quarter pounder and large fry. I don't know what that shit was about, but he goes to McDonald's, gets asked for ID and gives ID. Now, this motherfucker's an Ivy League graduate. When did you get so retarded that you thought McDonald's needed your ID, B? What's that? Sometimes when I'm at the liquor store and they ask me for ID, I think they're kidding. And you're going to give them ID at the fucking burger joint? What are you doing? It was a fake ID, I think I read. But honestly, that's a wild move. He gave him the ID and then he got caught in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Now, I'll tell you something about Altoona. I've been there. I've been there a couple times. We played against a school who was in our conference, the Northeast Conference, the NEC, St. Francis, Pennsylvania. We beat them a couple times, lost to them a couple times. Is that the right school? Let's just say that because I can't be bothered sort of looking it up, but I think it was St. Francis. And that was in Altoona, Pennsylvania. And I'll tell you what, he did the 2 tourist attractions of Altoona. The 2 only things you can do in Altoona. Go to Starbucks and go to McDonald's. Dude, those businesses must be motherfucking thriving. I don't know how many people live in Altoona, but there's nothing to do there. There is nothing to do there. You're like snowed in 9 months a year. Every time I went there, it was fucking 3 feet of snow. Trash. No offense to Altoona, but yeah, trash, dude. I think it's out there by not Mormons. What are they called? The ones that don't use electricity. Someone is fucking slamming their head against their steering wheel right now. Quakers? Is it Quakers? No, someone's honking their horn in traffic, looking like they got road rage, but they're just mad at me being mentally handicapped. What's it called? It's not Quakers. Amish. I think it's Amish country out there near Altoona. There's nothing out there, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. And also, get further away from New York if you just assassinated somebody. Get further away. When they picked this dude up, Luigi Mangione, what is it? Mangione. Mangione. Marron. Marron. He was a marron. Marron. You know, that's what he was. Because he did the hard part. It's hard to pull a trigger and kill somebody, bro. That's hard, dude. That's the hard part. Well, getting away is hard too, but he gets caught days later, like 3-4 days later, with the backpack, the same clothes on, with a fucking manifesto in his pocket. It all just seems a bit fucking set up. You are days later with a manifesto, and the manifesto is talking directly to the feds. So you know you're getting caught. You're expecting to get caught. But when you get caught, you still piss your pants? Yeah, he pissed his pants. It's just I don't know, bro. I don't know. It doesn't quite add up that this dude didn't go further. Apparently when he got picked up, what are they called? Police. Pennsylvania police picked him up, called the NYPD, and NYPD came out to Pennsylvania and apprehended son. And that's like a moment out of a movie. It reminds me of that movie, The Killer Nurse, How to Catch the Killer Nurse, or something like that, about that nurse serial killer that was just killing patients with medication. And these motherfuckers would pick up their coffee cups and run every time they got a phone call. Another one's just died the same way. They'd pick up their coffee cups and fucking run. And I believe that film was in Pennsylvania or Jersey, or both, dude, because motherfucker worked in mad hospitals. Anyway, I believe that this is what happened. When the NYPD got called, they grabbed their coffee cups and they fucking ran to their cruiser, got on the I-95. Woo woo. I actually don't think they would go siren for 3 hours. But yeah, man. Luigi Mangione, bro, and apparently he's hot. And he looks good. He's shredded. He's got a nice big smile, strong cheeks, chin, you know. Doesn't even have a beard, and you can tell he's got a good chin. He's got a good chin, dude. He's got a monobrow, which apparently doesn't matter. You know, you got Anthony Davis. He's called the brow. D'Angelo Russell, no one talks about that guy's monobrow, but he's got a serious monobrow, dude. A serious one. It looks mad serious. He's got a monobrow. So that's just like, this dude's got a monobrow. And that's what it is. And he wasn't burying any evidence. He had the gun on him. He had the silencer on him, bro. He had the potato on him still. You didn't even get rid of the potato, bro. Homemade. Apparently the silencer was homemade, dude. Like, this dude is smart, and then he just gets caught. It seems if he did in fact do it, and he's not a scapegoat, if he did in fact do it, he definitely wanted to be caught. I don't know how a genius turns into an idiot all of a sudden. Actually, yes, I do. It happens to me all the time, because usually before I start recording, before I hit record on the Welcome to the Poddy podcast, I'm usually like doing math problems on chalkboards in universities that I don't even go to, that I'm the janitor at. And I go in there and I solve these equations, and everyone's just like, who the fuck solved this? This has been up for 6 weeks. No one could figure it out, and someone's figured it out. And I don't even tell them it was me. And then I turn on the Welcome to the Poddy podcast, and I don't know shit anymore. It's like I'm high. Every time I smoke weed, dude, I don't know Nathan, bro. Nathaniel, bro. I don't know Daniel, bro. Every time I smoke weed, which is rare now because I don't even enjoy it. I enjoy getting the giggles and shit, but then someone wants to talk, and I'm like, dude, I don't know how to engage right now. I've lost all ability to engage with other people right now. And then I get panicked. I start to be like, shit, what if I've flicked a switch now and this is who I am now forever? What if I've fried my brain? Dude, I know numerous people that have fried their brains. And I'm like, I don't want to do that really. I don't really want to do that, bro. I don't know how a genius can turn into an idiot. I think he got caught on purpose, but I also think that maybe he didn't do it or he was paid to do it for his family. I gigs this week, man. There's a new spot in Adelaide called Laughter on Lee at this bar called Lee Street Luggage. And it was pretty fun, man. It's pretty bright though, like the light, you can see everything. It's not dark enough is what I'm trying to say. I didn't feel safe up there. I felt very judged. There was a girl in the back row not laughing once. I was doing, I'm just working on stuff for my Fringe show, stuff that I did in Sydney. And I can't even remember if I told you about Sydney, but I just couldn't sell any tickets over there, bro. And I did a show to 2 people on the first night. Second night, I was like, can't get any worse than this. And then I did a show to 2 very obviously trans people. Just not there yet, bro. Just people who had like, just 2 women, okay, experiencing male pattern baldness. Put it that way. Put it that way, dude. 2 women with male pattern baldness. Figure that out. And then the last night was like 7 people. But it's just funny, man. I was having this chat with one of the comics at the show, and I was telling him about Perth when I went to Perth, and I did 2 nights in Perth. The first night to like maybe 30 people, but they were all like pensioners, dude. Like just old people that didn't get it or didn't appreciate it or whatever. It was one of the worst gigs of my life. An hour. It was like an hour of no laughs. And then the next night had about 30 in again, and it was easily top 5 gigs of my life, maybe top 2. Okay? It was epic. Same jokes, same exact show. I actually didn't, that show was like pretty tight. I didn't go home after the first night and fucking redo anything. I was too stressed out to anyway. I wasn't in the mood to be editing shit. So the next night, exact same show, buried the fucking place, bro. And that's comedy. So you think you're fucking funny, dude? Go do an open mic, bro. Go do an open mic and tell the jokes you tell your friends at the pub and see what happens. Bro, I just fucking hosted an open mic a few weeks ago and it was garbage, bro. I'm just saying. It's hell. It's hell, dude. But I tried out this not new bit, but new. I've changed it up a bit, and it's getting there, bro. It's so close to like being a fucking banger that like I can be really, really proud of. So, a couple more tweaks. I think it's going to be pretty close there. I'm really looking forward to Fringe, man. So, check out the link in the episode description for Fringe tickets, and also like just hit me up on Instagram and ask me for the link, or I think it's in my link in bio. It's on claymcmathcomedy.com for sure. Buy some merch. I've got a calendar out. I've released a calendar for 2025, so go and get it because it's funny, bro, and it's movie related, like the podcast and all that. It's funny. Check out the calendar. Go get the calendar and whatever. Yeah, limited, very limited number of calendars. I can't even remember what I was talking about. Comedy, really, but I think we should get into Clay's reviews.
Comedy, action, or horror. Will this movie win an Oscar? Set design, directing, acting, lighting, or costumes? This segment is Clay's reviews.
My old ass on Prime Video. It stars, or not stars, but it features Aubrey Plaza, Emily the Criminal. She was the main person in Emily the Criminal. She was a huge. I think her breakout role was really Parks and Recreation. You know, with Chris Pratt. She's in it. The main character's name was Maisie Stella, and she was pretty good. And the plot of the movie is a mushroom trip brings free-spirited Elliot face-to-face with her 39-year-old self. But when Elliot's old ass delivers warnings to her about her younger self, Elliot realizes she has to rethink everything about her family, life, and love. So I watched this. I was eating Peter's vanilla ice cream in a mug with some sprinkles, you know, hundreds and thousands, rainbow colored sprinkles all on it. And it related to this movie. I thought the movie was going to be more funny. It was funny, but I thought it was kind of deep. It was kind of deep, man. It had some heart. It had some real heart and soul to it. But I was thinking, here we go. Let's do a silly rom-com, you know, with wifey. And it's going to be sweet, you know, like sugar, like ice cream, like sprinkles. And it's going to be colorful. And also sprinkles is mad nostalgic. And if she's going to be talking to her 39-year-old self, I was thinking maybe her 39-year-old self is going to be reliving some stuff, and that's nostalgia. And so that's why I went with the ice cream with sprinkles. So shout out to Peters. If you want to sponsor the Welcome to the Poddy podcast, let's fucking do it. So obviously with the 39-year-old self, there's a theme of aging and identity. So the younger self is asking all these questions about how cool am I in the future and all this stuff. And she's sort of like, oh, that doesn't sound like what I want. Why are you doing that? Why are you like that? And then the 39-year-old self is sort of like, why? Like, you need to spend time with your brothers. You need to let your mum know that you love her. You're not nice enough to her. Like, I remember it. You think you're so dope. All you want to do is get out of here. As soon as you're gone, you're going to be like, I miss everyone. Make sure everyone knows how much you love them. That type of shit, which is cool. Sometimes you need someone to say that, but it's just something that you get with age. People talk about certain parts of life as being the best years of your life, and they tell you what they are. Now, they don't necessarily know that. I was told many times high school would be the best time of my life. It wasn't. College was supposed to be one of those times. It wasn't. I had problems with teammates. I had problems with my coach. I had problems with girls. I actually went through hell a lot of the time while I was in America. And then I got home and everything started to click. Townsville was dope. Aubrey was dope. Went through a rocky time sort of retiring from basketball. That was a hard time, but now look at me, bro. I'm a comedian. I'm a podcaster. I've got a 2.5-year-old son, dude. This feels like the best time of my life. There are times, nostalgia will also make you think that times are the best because you remember the good times. You're not actively seeking out the bad times. So you're just like, oh, so much good shit was happening. But it's like, so much bad shit was also happening. I think I'm I'm very appreciative that I think I'm in the best time of my life right now. And I'm enjoying it. You know, sometimes I go out on the golf course and, you know, hitting 11 with a 4-putt. I don't feel like that's the best time of my life. But then I finish up and I sink a Guinness and I eat a fucking beef Wellington. Wow, we're back to the best time of my life again. Lucky we only played 9 holes. Who decided golf was 18 holes in the first place? Some guy that hated his wife, probably. Needed a whole day away. Nostalgia. Reality. That's the themes. It's nostalgia. It's aging. It's understanding when the best time of your life is. It's understanding to embrace parts of your life, to live the experience, to enjoy it, to appreciate it. That's sort of the message of the film. The first act set up the structure of the film. So they had the mushroom trip and the link between the young girl and her older self. And it was very punchy, very funny. And I was like, wow, this is actually going to be a banger of a movie. And then it all slowed down and the tone shifted, which is fine. You want to change of pace. Look at De'Aaron Fox. But with the change of pace they had, it actually really struggled to maintain momentum. The second act was tough. Third act, you saw where it was predictable. You saw where it was going, but it was nice. Like I said, the heart, the soul, it was really nice. The hard pivot into emotional introspection is good. A lot of people don't do it. A lot of people need cues or therapy. And this is a cue. If you watch this, maybe you will think about yourself. Maybe you're so empty that you won't. There's this chick that's gone viral on like Twitter at the moment. I forget her name. Lily something. Not Lily Allen. She was a singer. Lily something. Anyway, who gives a fuck? And she's like an OnlyFans chick or a prostitute or whatever. I think those are synonyms. But she fucked 100 guys in one day. And then she comes out and she's getting an interview like directly after. And she's like, oh, it's really hard work. I haven't really eaten much today other than cum. You're disgusting. And her eyes are empty. And she looks like she's tearing up because she's like, it wasn't what I expected. And it's like, yeah, you have just been violated. And some people would be like, yeah, she got violated by 100 men. No, that bitch violated her motherfucking self, dude. She put the call out to all these incels and desperate, dirty men and guys that could never bang a girl that looked like her. She's beautiful. It's a disaster, bro. You don't want that. That's gross, man. Gotta do better than that, man. It's disgusting. It's gross. You don't want to be one of those guys that's so sick, especially the last one or anyone after the first one. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be the first one. You don't want to be part of that experiment or that event, if that's what we're going to call it. It is a shit show. It is an embarrassment for her. You could see it in her eyes when she came out of there, that she had recognized that she'd made a bad choice. But it was her choice. And maybe that's a power that she needed to take care of. Maybe something bad happened to her when she was young where she didn't have a choice. And she did this. She had a choice and she took control. Not the healthiest way to do it. Take control of your diet, your exercise, your routine, your calendar management, your professional employment, not prostitution, by the way. Take control of any of those things. Develop OCD. Do even that. Even a mental illness like that is healthier than the mental illness you've got, where apparently you've got to fuck 100 guys for internet clout. What are you doing? People take a long time to become emotionally introspective is what I'm trying to say. And it took her fucking 100 guys to look inward and be like, oops. And she doesn't even say it out loud, but you can see it in her face. She's empty and she's hurt. And she's hurt by her own actions, not by the actions of the 100 men. She did that. And sometimes we need something to tell us to look inward, and this movie does that. Therapists will do that. Go to therapy if you need it, okay? But things like movies can help you look into yourself. And this one did. It was like basically the older self is giving the younger self warnings. Don't do this, don't do that. And the younger self is self-aware enough to be like, I'm not going to live my life running and not doing things that feel right because you've told me that it's wrong. I'm going to live in this moment and I'm going to experience life, and maybe I'll get hurt from time to time. Maybe I'll break an arm. Maybe I'll break my heart. But I'm going to live to experience these feelings. the ups and the downs. And that was a beautiful message. And sometimes you need to hear that earlier in life before you make the decision to fuck 100 men in one day. And that's something to think about. It all started with like I said when I did the plot, as a magic mushroom trip. So this girl and her two friends, Elliot and her two friends, went out to the forest and did magic mushrooms. And one of them was like dancing, or maybe they were all dancing. And Elliot was like, "Oh, I don't feel anything." And then all of a sudden she's talking to her older self. And then that connection was maintained throughout the movie. Somehow they were texting each other. They don't really explain. They don't go into exposition of that. It's just like a fantasy world. And that's fine. You don't really need to understand why it's happening. It's not about the function of it. But they're texting each other outside of the mushroom trip. There's not a lot to it, man. There's not a lot to it. If I could go into more and give spoilers, but I gave a lot of spoilers last episode. So this one, man, it's watchable. It's not a game changer in film. It's not a life changer. It's probably 6.5 out of 10 magic mushrooms. While we're talking about magic mushrooms, that's sort of where I straight away, the first thought I had, because the magic mushroom situation is in the first act, it's in the first 10 minutes of the movie. They're hell bent on this girl being a lesbian, okay? And she dresses like the ultimate lesbian, like she's the final boss of lesbians. She dresses like an absolute D word, bro. Dyke. Yeah. They go crazy. They go crazy on that one. So the costume was ridiculous. The costume was offensive almost. And they go do this mushroom trip to figure all this shit out. And mushrooms have always been interesting to me because people say they expand your mind. When you're microdosing, it's like you can see more vividly, you can see colors, you can see oxygen and carbon dioxide and shit like that. And then when you have more, you start seeing more deeply, more truth, end quote. But you always hear about people facing their demons, figuring out what is wrong with them and then being able to overcome that. And the reason I haven't done magic mushrooms is that I have a good idea already about what is wrong with me, and I don't particularly want to face it around my friends or in general. I'm quite happy just doing things like therapy occasionally when I need it, or being introspective emotionally. But to have my demons come out and acknowledge me, but then not like leave, would scare the shit out of me. And there's probably some truths that I don't want to address as well. On like to be completely honest, it scares me. It scares me to. I heard this story, dude. I heard this story. I don't know if it's true or not. You know, when you're in high school, they intentionally try to scare you away from doing drugs. You know, or if you do ecstasy, you overdose. Or when you do ecstasy, the next thing you do feels so good that you can't stop doing it. So if you drink water on ecstasy, you can drink so much water that you drown, or that you throw off your salinity or whatever. And it's like, what the fuck are we talking about? Just everything. They just scare tactics. I've still got I was pretty sexually active my entire life, right, before meeting Rach. Not saying I'm not now, but like multiple partners, you know? And every time, even with a condom on, I would just be like, oh, I've got AIDS, I know it. Because they just teach you like, oh yeah, if you have sex, you're going to get AIDS and die. And that sounds more old school than like the 90s and 2000s, but they were still doing that shit in the 90s and 2000s. They were like, you are going to get an STD and it is going to kill you. So I just always thought I had something, whether I had any symptoms or not, just, oh, how do you feel? I'd go into the doctor and I'd be like, oh, I just need to be checked for STDs. And they'd be like, oh, what are your symptoms? I'll be like, I don't have any. They'd be like, well, I can't swab anything if it doesn't exist. Just take my blood, cut off a piece of my dick, check something. I need you to check it. I'd be so scared constantly. Obviously, I don't have AIDS. Never had gonorrhea, syphilis, none of that. The clap. I don't even know what the clap is. One of the things I just said, I think. But what did, what's his name? The Chicago gangster. Oh, God, again, people slapping the shit out of their steering wheels or their wife in the passenger seat. Like, you know the answer. What's his fucking name? The gangster. And I think he died from syphilis or something. Like it was untreated and it went into his brain or something. He went insane. What's his fucking name? Al Capone. God damn it. God damn it. Al Capone, dude. That's who. Yeah, apparently he had syphilis or something and it like went into his brain. I heard something about an ex-AFL player who got, I think it was syphilis as well. Like got infected in his knee. He got knee surgery or something and his knee got infected with syphilis. How's that happen? Is your girlfriend got syphilis and she's rubbing her pussy on your knee, or did someone do pussy surgery before they did surgery on your knee and they used the same dirty tool? How does that happen, bro? You know, that's scary. And that's a story I heard as an adult. What I'm saying is you get scared out of sex, you get scared out of drugs. And I heard this story about these twin brothers that did mushrooms and when they came out of their trip, they were like, nah, we've seen the truth. And what we're living in right now, this is not the truth. It is not the way we're supposed to be living. And then they murder-suicided each other. Like with an agreement. Like the brother was like, I'll kill you, then I'll kill myself because this ain't it. And apparently this happened in Adelaide or the Adelaide region. What? And this is why I think it might be true. Apparently, these motherfuckers were related to none other than Rachie Lemon.
Hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no.
So yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to do mushrooms. I was at a Halloween party on Halloween and got offered mushrooms. I didn't do it. I was like, if I do it, I'm not doing it while I'm drinking. I'm also not doing it dressed as Art the Clown. Imagine what I'm going to have access to on mushrooms dressed as Art the Clown. Whatever it is, I don't want access to it. Nah. I'm off that. Feeling tired? F*** that. Perk up and level up with Bung Bung Coffee's delicious modern dark roast. Your favourite brewer's favourite brew. bungbungcoffee.com. What I like about the snack I had with this movie, the sprinkles on top of the ice cream are a strong metaphor, man. Because sprinkles look great. Sprinkles look fun. They look colorful. They look like they're going to add something. But all it is sugar. And you don't really, like, ice cream doesn't really need a crunch to it unless it's significant, like a biscuit or chocolate or something like that. Like a different flavor. This is just colored sugar, essentially. They are little colorful lies tricking us into thinking that the treat that we're having, the ice cream, is better than it really is. Because if we're going to be honest with ourselves, plain vanilla ice cream is better than vanilla ice cream with sprinkles. Okay? Prove me wrong. But the sprinkles on the ice cream are essentially nostalgia. Like I said before, it brings you back to a time when you were 9 years old and you wanted sprinkles. You only wanted them because they were colorful. But now when you're an adult, you're like, oh my God, sprinkles. I haven't had sprinkles in years. Yeah, let's have some sprinkles. And it's like, oh yeah, well, the ice cream's kind of better with sprinkles. Oh, that's right. That's why I haven't had sprinkles in years, because it's not even that good. And that's what nostalgia is. Nostalgia is like, man, dude, remember when we were in school with no worries? It's like, nigga, no worries. Dude, I had to go to school every day and just get bullied relentlessly. That's a worry, dude. I was praying to stay home every day. I couldn't wait to get sick, dude. Couldn't wait to get sick. Now, if I get sick, I'm like, fuck my life, dude. I can't be sick, man. I got gigs. Can't be sick. People look back at stuff and they put sprinkles on it and it tricks them. Guess what, bro? Right now's the motherfucking sprinkles, bro. Right now is a gift. Don't live in the past. Don't live in the future. You can't get either of them. The past is gone, bro. You can think about it. Don't wish to have it back. You can have memories. You can reminisce, but don't wish to have it back because you're here. You're here right now, and the future's going to come, or maybe it's not. That's why you can't worry about it. You can't be too worried about the future because what if tomorrow never comes? Don't stress yourself, man. I don't know if this was a good episode of the Welcome to the Poddy podcast. I had fun talking about that, that Lily whore, but I love you guys, that's for sure. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves. Please buy tickets to my Fringe show if you're in Adelaide. Find it. It's called In Over My Head. Clay McMath, In Over My Head, or go to 2.5 Straight White Men. They're both banger shows. I can't wait to do them. And just buy tickets ahead of time so I don't have to break my bank account doing marketing. Please buy tickets as early as possible so I know who's coming. I know how many people are coming and I can adjust my marketing spend accordingly. Please listen to me when I say that. Buy tickets early. DM me if you can't find a ticket link. Google the show names. Google me. PlayMcMathComedy.com. All my links are on there. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourself.